Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. It is March the 7th. Woohoo! We're closing in. Only 10 more days until St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
As an Irishman, that's a great day. It's a wonderful day. I'm very, very excited. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Hi. How you doing?
We have other guests coming to the show. It is going to be a wonderful show today. Might be a little bit of a replay of the old Uncommon Ground days because we're going to talk a little bit of politics.
Oh, man.
And we're going to invent our own game today.
I think you either want to get me canceled or you want to see Troy and I fight. I think that's what you want.
I brought gloves.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. He's got no chance because you got reach on him. He used to be quick and cagey, but not anymore. You hit him once in the beard, he's done. He's going down. One hard shot to the beard, he's going down.
All right.
All right. Opening their doors in 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey Agency, has proudly stood by their customers through hurricanes, major floods, hail, and fires. Through these events, the agency has become a much-needed insurance resource in times of trouble and hardship. Honesty and integrity are the pillars of their core values, says owner Ashley Casey. They pride themselves on being insurance experts while developing strategies that help their clients meet their insurance needs. They truly enjoy the relationship they've forged here in St. Augustine, and they have a real love for their clients. I'm one of them. I'm glad they have a love for their clients. I just paid my bill today.
Yay, that's
They're
good.
awesome. They insure this show.
Perfect. South State Bank. If you got to pay bills, you can pay them through South State Bank. The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you are looking for a banking relationship that you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They've got 3 locations for you here in St. Augustine. One at State Road 312, State Road 16, and at the beach. Or you can visit their website, southstatebank.com. They are a member FDIC. All right, we've got Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford has also won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com or head down and have dinner with them at Ford's Garage. I hear the Jiffy Burger's great.
It's wonderful. I've never had it. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. They offer free estimates. They've been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years. A to Z offers painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties up to 25 years. They offer shingle roofs with warranties up to 50 years. A to Z also installs tile roofing, cedar shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof coverings. You can go to their website to see all kinds of recent photos of projects they've just completed. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com, or give them a call at 904-669-8037. Chuck McCone and his staff will take care of all, and I do mean all, of your roofing needs. And the Blevins boys right on time as the reads wrapped up, just like you planned
magic.
it.
Told you we'd be here right as the reads were over.
Nailed it.
All right, I have one announcement to make. The Raptor 3K run, not 5K, 3K run
3K.
is this Sunday, March the 10th at 8 a.m. at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm and Zoological Park. Now, for those people who live in the Park Terrace neighborhood, that means that you might not be able to get out at 8 o'clock because they run down Old Quarry Road, and it takes a few minutes for everybody to get down the road. So just a heads up, if you have to go to 8 o'clock church, don't be late. You're trying to get to 9 o'clock church, you're going to make it.
Yeah.
Which is where I'm going. But it's a great event. The Alligator Farm does a wonderful job.
You're not going to hang out on your lawn with mimosas?
No, they don't come by my house. They just can't leave my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's
So the
tough.
street that I exit my neighborhood on is the street that this run starts on. And I'm glad they do the run. It's just, I'm glad we know. If I hadn't seen this in here, I'd be like, I don't know.
Well, it's a good time for me to have them on,
Well,
so you get your information.
There's a couple of weeks when I know the surf is almost always going to be good. Raptor 1 is one because then I'm trying to get out to get to the beach.
Yeah.
Anytime they do the Santa Suits run on the beach, that's a guaranteed good surf day because I got to get through that run to get to the surf. And I'm very happy that everyone's doing the run. I'm not complaining. It's just one of those things you just work around because you live here in the city of St. Augustine.
You could put
I know
on a
you would be
dinosaur
extremely
suit.
upset and throw a fit, but I would not. I'm just very happy everyone else is having a good time.
I mean, what time is it?
8 a.m. You're not even up
I'm
on a
not up.
Saturday.
No, this is Sunday. I am up.
Oh, Sunday.
I'm
yeah,
at church.
You're at church already. You're gone. Yes.
I work.
But it's awesome. You can still enter. So how do you enter?
Yes. So you can still enter on the website. That is alligatorfarm.com. You just click on the events. You can enter there. It's a little bit cheaper if you enter beforehand. It's $40 if you enter online. If you enter on race day, so if you miss your chance at alligatorfarm.com, you can just show up. It's $45 on race day. Everyone gets a t-shirt, a medal. They get post-race nourishment, which we talked about, and one child's admission to the Alligator Farm for every adult ticket purchased.
Awesome. I would never have been able to do that.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, I was
You can do
completely distracted because Blake is writing down, he's putting a mark on the desk for every time he has won. I think he's only about 4% through and the desk is covered.
I've won the last 2, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, but you're only sober for one of them.
Yes.
And I noticed you
doesn't
didn't bring anything alcoholic into the studio today.
Well,
You don't know what's in the Gatorade.
because we're talking cannabis today.
I will not be on that show.
The day you have the sheriff in studio,
Yeah, I
you
will
bring a bunch
not
of
be on
cannabis.
that show.
Oh, yeah. I hope you have your prescription, sir.
I do.
You know I'm not going to be on that
I have
show.
my card.
I couldn't do that. You and I had lunch yesterday. I'm trying to remember. You made some bold statement, and I said, make that again on the radio so I can comment on it. I'm trying to remember what it was.
About you being mayor.
Oh, no. I talked to Pete this morning. I came in and congratulated him after all the shows were over. God, he looks good for being the richest Floridian.
Yeah.
He looks amazing. I can't believe how rich he is, and he still talks to me, one of the little guys.
It was claiming poor boy.
No, I'm not buying that bullshit. No, there's no way I'm buying that.
See, I'm hydrating for the show, so
that
I'm
makes sense.
prepared for trivia.
Did you bring snacks? Because I hear that's important.
You don't want the snacks that he has in his pockets right now.
I have some mints.
Believe me, you don't.
I don't
I
need
have
any
some.
of this.
I have some mints if you'd like
Do you
some.
know how long it's been since I've accepted anything from Troy Blevins that was cooked,
Any
baked,
food.
in a bottle, not in a bottle? No, never, nothing.
Rebecca does make delicious brownies.
I
And she's very kind to not add anything extra for me.
I know, but I'm always afraid I'm going to get the mixed up ones. Not on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
She
she would do it perfectly, and Troy would walk
That
in there
take-
and
no,
move
no,
one
that-
and go, "This one's for Mike."
You don't understand how much effort that actually takes.
Yeah, to do
it right and so it tastes
it's
good,
easier
yeah.
just to buy the ones at the store that
Okay.
little edible because you gotta melt down the butter. I mean, it's a
you
whole.
have to like infuse.
It's a
the
horrible
butter with the
process.
stuff. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's called baking.
Yeah, No.
No.
This is called getting baked.
I understand. I was giving you the word so you could run with it.
Yeah, you can't like just throw it in like you're throwing in oregano. You can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that I'm married to a chef. He's explained to me the
Yeah,
process.
yeah. No, you gotta get it down to the oils and then use the oils into the.
But
Into
I'm
the
trying to
butter.
remember. You did make some statement yesterday at lunch, and I said, "God, I want to talk about that on the podcast." I can't remember what it was
I
now.
don't know. We talked about a lot of
We
stuff.
talked about a lot of stuff. Oh, by the way, congratulations.
Okay.
The Blevins pathway is now official in going into St. Augustine.
We're calling it
South.
Troy Trail.
Troy
Troy
Trail is
Trail.
fine. Troy Trail is fine.
That evokes something else to me. Like Happy Trail is what it invokes to me.
See,
so
and
I prefer.
What is the
Pathway.
new term for Happy Trail? Because Happy Trails to me and Mike is like the Roy Rogers,
Roy Rogers,
song.
yeah.
Happy
Oh, yeah?
Trails to you.
Sung incredibly
Until
well in a
we meet
remake by who remade it?
I don't know. Will
Oh,
Ferrell.
you are kidding me.
Will Ferrell. I don't know who. Who?
You have no idea, which
He
means
goes
you're the
cross-eyed.
only one in the room that had a shot at this because the other ones weren't born when it was redone.
I
we
didn't
were in
even-
high school.
Oh, I thought it was like more recent. I didn't.
Van Halen covered Happy Trails on
Oh,
one of their
I thought you were
albums.
talking about the
Van
TV
Halen
show
covered the
itself.
song.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the TV show Roy Rogers
no,
itself.
Happy
I was
Trails,
like, okay.
the song.
That's why I
the
said Will
song.
Ferrell.
No, the song.
Oh, everybody. U2 does it in concert also.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what's the new Happy Trail mean?
Happy Trail is so what we called a happy trail when I was in high school was the hair on cover your ears, Mike. The hair on a man that leads down to his business.
Oh, okay.
So when you would see like at the top of its jeans, you would see just that. Little
That's a
bit.
Happy Trail.
That was a happy
Okay.
trail.
All right.
I've never known that.
So it's
Blake, did you know that?
Blake, did you know that? Okay, yes or no?
No.
That's what we called it when I was in high school.
We're on a show that needs verbal responses
Yes, I
here.
know. I understand that. But
Yes,
me-
you know what it is, or yes, you know verbal response.
Yes, I know a verbal response.
Okay, all right,
Mike.
just checking.
So angry. Did you get into my edibles?
Wouldn't that make
But
it
there was some
happier?
white. But there was some white powder. No.
White powder. You're the one that sent it to Don Jr. It was you.
No. He's
I have not been to the White House.
Blake's become friends with Hunter.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I'm just saying. Okay.
He's on the next
I
Ukraine
need
trip.
some help from those of you that have been married. And Blake, I need some advice from someone who hasn't.
man.
So I came home from my surf trip. One of my buddies gave me money for parking. Right?
Okay.
So I put it in the truck. I get out that night. I'm unloading all my stuff. I put it in a drawer at the house. And today I'm beginning to wonder where this $50 bill has gone to. So I'm like, well, where did I put it? I hope I didn't just lose it out of the car, right? I check a couple places. I'm down to like 2 places I haven't checked. Have lunch with Darcy today. And I said, I got to find that $50 bill that I got for parking. And she laughed.
You're like, you knew at that point.
You put it in the drawer. And I'm like, got it. She's like, well, you left it. And I'm like,
community property.
it's community. Yeah. So as a wife.
Finders keepers.
Okay. I just need to know what the rules were.
You have to-
I wasn't upset, but I
You
was
have
like,
to put your name in Sharpie on gift cards in my house. Because if a gift card is found, then it gets squirreled away. It's the same with cash.
Yeah.
Keep
If
your
it-
cash close.
It's got to be in the wallet, pretty much.
it's got to be in the wallet.
Got to
Yeah.
be in the wallet. As a formerly married person, it has to be in
That
the wallet.
has to be in the wallet.
Yeah.
Blake, do you know any of these rules?
Yeah. Well, I definitely understand. Like, if the name's on the gift card, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it has your name on it. But did I break any of those rules?
No, you're good. You're good. No, because I put my stuff in the wallet. You know how OCD
I
I am.
heard Ty's horrible about stealing gift cards. I'm just kidding.
he's the best in the house.
Yes.
In many ways.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Okay. So let's be honest. So, do you actually have OCD, or do you just say you have OCD?
I feel like I do. I feel like I really need stuff. Don't make Mike prove it. Please don't make Mike prove it. Mike.
So Blake, here's what you do.
He knows. He
you
knows
wanna,
what
if
drives
you
me
want to
nuts.
see your dad, so open all the cabinets in the kitchen.
Oh, man.
So this is a key one. Open all the cabinets in
That's
the kitchen.
bad, too.
That drives him crazy. Opening the pin cap like you just did.
Yeah.
You're
not using it. Put the pin cap on.
That one drives me crazy because
It
dry
dries it
erase
out.
markers are expensive and they dry out really
They dry
fast.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I just always put those on Troy's side of the desk when they get dried out. The other one is give him some M&Ms, a random number of M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
He will assort them in color and number
In
That's
order.
legit.
and in
in
order,
order.
and then
That's
he will
legit.
eat them
In order.
What is
accordingly.
weird about
Now,
this? I don't understand.
in the middle of this, ask him to go get you something from another room. Rearrange the M&Ms and watch the stress on his face when he comes back in. Am I missing
Yeah.
anything?
Rebecca's in the comments. He lines everything
Yes.
up. The remotes,
Yeah.
they're lined up.
Yeah.
I line everything up. So
I would add
maybe I'm not
cut the
OCD.
cut the butter straight. It drives me crazy when people claw at the butter like they're a freaking raptor trying to get out of a carton. Like, no, just
Are
cut
you
the
allowed
butter
to
straight.
scrape off the top on the butter?
I don't know.
I
That
can-
messes it up. If you're gonna bake, then that messes it up, and you can't measure it. You have to
Really
get it in a
important
stick.
butter. Really important butter question. Do you leave it out in a container on the counter so that it's soft butter, or is it hard butter that comes out of the refrigerator that you have to claw at?
I'm an and girl. So we have a butter saver on the counter that we keep butter in, and then we also have butter in the refrigerator because it lasts longer if it's in the
So
refrigerator.
with butter, you're saying you go both ways.
I do.
Okay. All right.
see, I have Country Crock for spreading butter.
Yes.
Country Crock for spreading butter, and then we have the
But is
sticks
that
of
butter? Is
That's
that
not
butter?
as
It's a margarine. It's margarine.
Oh, that's toxic.
Oh man.
Well, we use
My
butter.
intestines just completely shut down.
We use butter. Yeah, that's the part. That's the part that's going to get you to
I'm so gonna die.
What's in your right hand right now?
an energy drink.
It's a strawberry kiwi V8 plus, so it has all of my. It's an excellent source of 8 vitamins
He's a Gen
per
Xer,
serving.
so he believes that's fruit.
No sugar added, no artificial colors,
it's
no
definitely
How much
GMO,
is
Caffeine's
fruit in a
in there.
can?
gluten free. How much?
much?
Not enough.
How much?
There's
what,
enough
caffeine?
and not enough, and this is not enough.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to caffeine. I'll let you know that.
Yeah, me too.
I love my coffee in the morning. I love these in the afternoon. Yeah.
I
I
have
love
half
chocolate.
tea.
Chocolate has caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chocolate
drink
has a lot of good.
Half calf tea so I can drink it all day and it doesn't affect my sleep.
You have to knock off the caffeine about 4 hours before sleep.
Not if it's half calf.
I can't. I can't
So
do
then
caffeine.
you're at 6 hours.
Yeah, I can't do caffeine late.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So.
About as late as I can do it is I have to stop around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So butter, hard or soft?
Butter is usually, the sticks are usually in the fridge, and we use butter to cook with.
Okay, correct.
I spread with the country crock.
All right. Blake, do you care? Do you have a preference?
Crock, don't lie. Soft. This is a soft spread.
serve, yeah.
Except that it's pretending to be butter.
Hey, hey. We use country crock. No, I can't believe it's not butter.
Because you can use the tubs again.
Hang on. I have to reply to the mother of Florida man. Susan Johnson, I will tell Mary Lou Belmont that you said hello. I will see her this weekend, I'm sure,
Yeah.
or next week.
And if he doesn't come to church, I'll tell her for you.
Yeah, Mary Lou Belmont, awesome person. I wished I could have heard those shows because you two were amazing. Just tell me if Pete produced. I'm pretty sure he did. He had to. He produced everything
I think
back
he
in those
said
days.
yesterday in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big thumbs up from him yesterday.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't for me, so yes, that was for producing that.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
did you guys see the clips he put in of some of his original ones from his apartment? Like
Oh, they were talking about
when
that.
the 904 first really kind of got started. The
Do any
904
of them involve Rich O'Brien?
they did not.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
They did not, but we did talk about that situation where I had to have a dad moment with him. Like, you can't use that word.
That's the word
What?
that'll get you kicked out of a baseball game if you're a manager.
No.
word?
It was way worse
Was
than
it
that
way
word.
worse than that?
Yeah, it was much shorter.
It's a 3-game suspension word?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Starts with the same letter.
Oh.
I was like, dude, we can't do that.
Oh, that's funny. That is too funny.
Geez, the Australians' favorite word, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, they use it like water.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a word in my vocabulary.
Not in mine either. Nope.
Anyway.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You don't need to
Yes,
know.
you do.
You don't need to
don't
know.
actually.
I think we finally embarrassed Amanda. I think
No,
it's the
I just
first
don't
time
know
we've
what the word
ever.
There you go.
I think it's
He's
the
gonna
first
write
time
it
we've
for me.
ever, and we've ever.
Okay.
Do I need to go further?
Yes.
I know what we're talking about now.
Yes.
I'm back on board. By the way, see you guys next Tuesday.
Right. Anyway, so Mike.
Yes.
So quick question: How much HGTV have you been watching this week?
I gotta tell you, it's a mess. It's just a mess. I swear, of all the quotes I've made in my lifetime, I didn't think that one was going to go viral. I honestly didn't. I was like, oh my gosh,
Finally
of
got
all
your
the
15
things.
minutes.
Huh?
You finally got your 15
I
minutes.
think I got more than that. People have been coming up to me for a month, and then it's back on in another month. So I can't really say anything about it other than I can't believe I got. That's the quote that everyone has seen me say.
Yeah.
I've been on the air for how long? And that's it?
13. It's 13, right?
I mean, I guess I summed it up correctly because
It's a good definition.
It did kind of become a mess, so I did sum that up correctly. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. So tune in a month; you'll find out the answer.
A whole other month.
I can't say much about it because it's a case I got to sit on. So it's
I know.
just
and
tell
he
you
doesn't. I try and get the inside scoop, and he won't tell me.
Nope, not gonna. It would be inappropriate. Not gonna do it.
Put it in the vault.
All right, I've got I got 2 stories. One we talked a little bit about yesterday, but I want to follow up with Troy on one of them. So the 2 stories I've got before you play a game, we're gonna make up a game.
Oh man.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay,
you guys,
Jigsaw.
I'm
you guys
so
are gonna
scared.
enjoy this. You guys are gonna enjoy this. So the 2 stories are "What a Damn Shame" and "Rural Rage."
Rural.
Rural Rage. Can somebody hand me a marble so I can get this right?
Rural rage.
Rural Rage.
Not urban.
Blake, where do you want to go?
Not urban, but
Raging
royal.
rural.
You want to go raging rural, or do you want to go? That's a damn shame.
Raging rural.
All right. So yesterday we talked about a couple of academians have written a paper that the problem with America is the rising Christian nationalism in rural America and how rural Americans are voting against their interests by not voting Democrat. And they continue to vote at a higher and higher number every single election, especially white rural residents, Republican. And this has dumbfounded and confounded the people that wrote this book and how they are a threat to our democracy. So as someone who was the richest person in your rural area growing up, what do you think about this? You've got a foot in both camps. Right? You're an elitist at the same time having been a successful pig farmer's son.
Just because we had the biggest pig.
That's right. There's a lot of things that make you rich in certain parts of the world.
Yeah, it's all different.
Yes.
What didn't, transfer to monetary. All right. So, and I have some confusion about certain things too. Like, I don't understand how the Christian right is so strongly with Donald Trump. Just because of his lifestyle. Because, I love the fact that when he was giving his speech about Corinthians.
Yes, go ahead. You're all loaded up for bear. I've given you an opportunity.
He called it Corinthians number 2.
No, he called it 2 Corinthians.
2
Corinthians.
It was like it sounded like number 2 Corinthians to a guy who doesn't like Trump. So he's taking a deuce.
Yeah.
But clearly the guy does not live the lifestyle of what I view as a Christian. Like, I look at you two and go, okay, they live it. All right? This is not a guy I look at. So I look at him as being a hypocrite in a lot of ways. So I don't understand why the Christian
Which doesn't distinguish him from many.
Yeah.
Like, only one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure I understood that statement there. But I don't look at him as, I look at him as being a hypocrite. And if I was in that boat, I definitely wouldn't support him because of some of his actions. So I kind of get where they're coming from with it. But
Well, they're not really talking about Trump. They're talking about people that have Christian values that believe strongly, in my opinion, in what an original version of the Constitution. And this drives them nuts because in their mind, they have not evolved to a point of saying, well, the Constitution doesn't matter. And, your religion shouldn't matter anymore. Because that's where they are in their mental thought process, right? They're not out there saying, yeah, if you're a Christian, you're a good person. They're out there saying, well, if you're a Christian, you're really kind of backward and you live in a backward area and you don't have internet and you don't have services that we have in a city. So why would you vote not to have those services? To me, I think one of the biggest distinctions between a lot of people that live in an urban environment is they're used to government doing a lot of things for them because they have to. But if you didn't have government services in a large, crowded city, it would be chaos. It already is chaos in some cases, and they have those services. But when you get out to more rural areas, people tend to take care of themselves, right? You may have to take your trash to its own, to a dump location, right? Nobody comes and picks that up. Or you may have to burn it, right? You've got a well. You're not on city water. You've got septic. You're not on city sewer. So there's this sense of I'm self-reliant, and I don't want the government. And when somebody rolls up from the government, what was one of the biggest jokes we heard as a kid is from a small town, right? Yeah. Most dangerous thing you'll ever hear is somebody coming to your door.
Ronald Reagan.
I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help.
I'm here to help.
Right?
But and I'll tell you this, and because I'm I still have an R beside my name, and I believe definitely in the Constitution. But one of the things I think in rural over urban is I think there's a much better base of family, and the family values are probably a little stronger in a higher percentage. Not that they don't have problems, but I'm talking percentages. And some of that goes back to religious-based decisions. It's better for the kids to stay together, so we stay together.
Yep.
Where in more urban families that don't have almost I don't want to say this because I don't want to throw a blanket over everybody, but they have a more of a me attitude instead of a village attitude. And I think that's where urban really drops the ball. The breakdown of the family seems to be a little stronger in the rural side than it does in the urban side. So that's
I don't know that demographics bear that out.
Okay.
As far as higher divorce rates
do you know
in the
if it
rural
doesn't?
area.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't know if it does. I would have to look that up.
Okay.
Divorce stats in rural versus urban areas.
Well, I was speaking from my personal experience.
Yeah.
I can tell you when I go to my more rural communities, it is a faith-based decision made, and the families are together. And that's my personal experience. So I'd be very surprised if the numbers aren't in that favor.
I had a friend in the late 90s who graduated from college in North Carolina and became a teacher. It was in a rural area in North Carolina. The first class that she had, it's like 19 kids in the class. Every single one of them had their original parent group. Not a single divorce. A few years later, she moved to a larger city and taught at basically an inner city school. And I don't think there's like maybe two intact families, which to me, that's a terrible shame for the kids, right? I don't know all the circumstances, and everybody's different, and everybody has a story. So I don't know those stories, but when kids come from intact families, they tend to do better because they have a mom and a dad, and there's a support system there, and hopefully it's a good support system. Not every intact family is a great support system.
And even if the family's not together, playing an active role in those families is very important too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So so I think that's a very key factor, and I think a lot of those values carry forward in the way the politics is projected right now. If you're a Democrat and you eat pork, now you can't be a Democrat or something. I mean, there's so many rules to being a Democrat.
You're killing the planet.
I don't understand it. So.
I think you would have quit if you hadn't already quit the Democratic Party, you would have quit when they started coming up with all these rules because you're just not a rule follower.
No. Absolutely not. I'm going to eat my margarine, you butter lovers.
Yes.
You go ahead.
You
eat your plastic flavored like butter.
You guys kind of sounded like Democrats on that one.
I didn't say you couldn't eat it.
I didn't say you
margarine shamed me. You margarine shamed me.
I 100% did that.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell you couldn't have it.
I'll cop to shaming you for margarine, but I won't tell you that it should be illegal, and I won't tell you can't eat it. So that's what makes me a conservative. So I might have misheard you. Did you say that divorce rates are higher in rural or higher in urban?
Urban.
Yeah, it is higher in urban. I thought that you were saying it was higher in rural areas.
No.
So divorce rates are higher in cities, 23% higher divorce rate in cities than in rural areas, according to a Danish study.
Okay.
So
yeah. So I mean, just by my eye is the way I understood that. Most of my family live in rural areas. I don't have a whole lot of city folk in the Blevins family tree.
Really? Just look at you.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
Shocker. I'm probably the most urban of the Blevins clan.
You're the big city boy?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's on TV.
So I just want to interject. Barbara Jean is calling for a stripper story, and you have
given
her one.
The very first question in trivia today.
Okay, I found a stripper story.
You can run a stripper story, but dadgummit, if it's his first one, I'm going to be so upset. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, well, this one's from November.
Okay, then it's not it.
Okay, so we're good. All right, a man was arrested on a Sunday in November because he was seen naked and wandering around the inside of a ride at Disneyland in California. This forced the ride to shut down for more than an hour while park guests looked on in confusion. This happened at 1:30 p.m. and an Instagram user, I Heart Disneyland, shared the video of the incident on social media. I just want to ask all of you to drop in the comments, what ride do you think it was on that a man was walking around naked?
Just wait.
Like, no. In the comments. Drop it in the comments. What ride do you think it was?
You got a comment on it?
Oh, I have a comment, but I don't want to steal Blake's joke if it's his.
I think Blake knows the answer.
Do you know the answer?
So before you give the answer, we'll give people a chance.
I'm going to say it's a small world.
Okay.
I'm going with a haunted house.
Haunted house.
Blake,
what are you
please
going
give
with?
us the correct answer.
It's a small.
It is a small world because we already did the story on the other story on 4 months ago.
We did on this show. It was actually a question of trivia.
No,
It's the funniest one, though. That's the funniest ride it could have been on. It's a small world.
Yeah.
A dude walking around naked. Was it a small world? I want to know.
Well, they didn't arrest him because there was a lack of evidence. So the answer is yes.
Okay. All right.
There was a guy that tried to get through Twitch's nudity policy because he was so fat that he was saying he was sitting there completely naked, but you couldn't see anything because he was so fat that
I was on that one.
Yeah, he tried to claim that he didn't violate the nudity policy because nothing was shown.
Okay.
So
Go with that.
there was a lack of
So
evidence.
it was on the
there.
it was on the afternoon show.
No, it was on the morning show, like in December.
Oh, okay.
We did a question, I think,
You
on
were
trivia.
there.
I was
I know
there.
we, and then
Well,
I think
it
one
was
of
the
you answered
first-
and said we have already done this story.
It was
so.
the first stripper story that I could find for you, Barbara Jean. So there you go.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh,
I got
a better one.
Davey said we
I got a
covered
better
it
one
on
in
the story.
trivia.
Rebecca said teacups.
Teacups.
Yeah,
Moon ride.
ask Rebecca about the spinning apples.
Spinning apples?
Yeah, at this Volusia County Fair. She loves that story.
Oh, we should
okay.
leave that one alone. Okay. My other story that we wanted to talk about is it's a damn shame. All right?
It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
Damn.
So in California, environmentalists have been trying to get this dam removed because they say that the dam is hurting the salmon that come up the stream. So this river has a series of dams on it. They get to one dam, they've got to release the dam. Well, the plug is at the bottom of the dam. Right? I guess
The dam plug.
Dam plug is at the bottom of the dam.
Low.
Yeah.
So they open up the plug at the bottom. So what comes out of the plug at the bottom is not just water, it's all the silt that's at the bottom of the dam. So it goes downstream. There's a massive,
muckety-muck.
massive,
Oh, that's nasty. Have you ever
massive
watched that
fish
happen?
die off at the bottom of this, right?
So it's killing
So
everything.
it's killing the salmon. Now, when they get the water low enough, all the sediment is there, but it's like muck.
Yeah.
It's not hard rock or bedrock or dirt or anything. It's
It's
muck.
all the silt.
It's all the silt that's been piled up coming down the river till it hit the dam and couldn't go down the river anymore. So the deer are trying to get to where the water is, and they're sinking in basically quicksand.
Yeah.
So now the deer are in trouble.
Yeah, it's like a tar.
never-ending story.
It's a tar pit to them.
Yes, it's a tar pit. Then it gets worse. There's no longer a course
There's
for the
naked
river.
men in Disney
the
World.
river is trying to chart its new pathway.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's turned into a dam and the original course is not there. So there's no telling where the river is going to end up in this big wide basin.
Hopefully they don't live on Riberia because water definitely loves Riberia.
Riberia River.
Yeah.
Riberia River. Troy has it. But anyway, so they're saying that this cause to save the salmon has actually hurt the salmon. And to top it all off, in a state that wants green energy, they have destroyed the cleanest green energy known to man, which is hydroelectric.
Yeah.
It has no bad byproducts. It just produces energy. And you got rid of that. So I just think it's a damn shame.
Well, it's
It is a
California.
damn shame.
It's a damn shame.
Well, it's not unusual for our attempts to try and improve our impact to go sideways. I mean, does anyone else? I mean, you guys, most of you are older than me. Do y'all remember when plastic bags were they're the tree-friendly alternative to paper bags? I remember when paper bags were killing all the trees, that we were losing trees, so we needed to ask for plastic bags, and there was a big push in my area. Ask for plastic bags because it's better for the environment, it's better for the trees, because we don't have to cut them down just for grocery bags. Ask for plastic bags. This was a thing. They had this whole thing in my elementary school, and they sent us home with plastic bags and encouraged us to tell our parents to request plastic instead of paper. There was a whole campaign.
Yeah, no, it's gonna, and I'm still not convinced that plastic bags are worse than paper bags.
Yeah.
I still don't believe they are.
Well, you know what the worst
But
are.
here's the part that drives me nuts. So I go to the supermarket. I get my little container of already cut up watermelon, comes in a plastic container.
Yeah.
I go get my milk, comes in a plastic container. I go get my Gatorade, comes in a plastic container. And then they make me feel guilty that I'm taking a plastic bag to put it in.
Yeah.
Screw you guys. You know where I'm at with that. You know how I feel about recycling anyway.
These,
So
like,
I know you love the
fiber
trucks.
bags, the fake fiber bags that they're selling for $1, $2 a pop to replace paper and plastic. Those are also a synthetic material that have a way worse carbon footprint than plastic bags because they're made with all sorts of synthetic chemicals and nastiness. Plus, they're almost entirely made in China, and then they have to be brought over on big freight boats and trains and all kinds of horrible carbon footprint for these reusable bags. If you're going to use reusable bags,
to pick up the damn recycling, the carbon footprint that we leave to go put it in the same dump because China's not buying it from us anymore. So it's going to the same stupid place.
Well, I was at the winery, and one of the special projects I got to work on was to try and revamp our carbon footprint and our green initiatives. And I had to call around everywhere to try and find anyone that would take glass, and they wouldn't because it's not, you don't get a large enough yield when you recycle glass. Such a small fraction of that glass is actually usable at the end of the day. It's so much work, there's so much hazmat to it, so no one will take it. I had to beg. We finally found one company that would give us a recycling been, but it was so expensive, and I think they ended up
I
discontinuing.
have no problem like reusing like the tubs for country
your
crock,
country
or you know,
crock.
I'll reuse this or something. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem doing that. I think that helps way more. Or using a Brita instead of using, plastic bottles for water and stuff. I don't have a problem with that. But, recycling and putting it in different containers and then sending out 16 trucks and hiring 94 people to do it, that's just stupid.
Well,
There's no business in the world that survives except the government that does something that stupid.
yeah, it's wild.
All right. So,
Use cloth bags if you're going to use reusable bags. Don't use those nasty synthetic bags.
State of the Union, bingo.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
no.
State of the Union
State
bingo.
of the Union
Okay.
bingo. So we could do an entire chart. Would you want to do the chart over there?
I'll do a grid.
All right. So you're going to do the grid. We're going to get a picture of this.
We're only going to do like
So those of you that
4.
are online,
So we're going to do 16 sayings, all right?
okay, 16 sayings. We're going to take some from online. So if you've got a saying online that you think Joe Biden will use tonight during the speech, put it in there.
Come
if
on,
it's,
man.
If it's good, we'll use it. Now, Amanda, we're all going to get 2 each, right?
Okay.
So what line do you think Joe Biden will use in the speech tonight?
Come on, man.
You got "Come on, man."
Yep.
I don't think they'll let him say that in the State of the Union. That was one of my picks, but I don't
think it'll be written in the speech. I think he's going to flub it, and he's going to end up being like, come on, man, you know what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Troy Blevins.
Okay, she did too.
What?
Because
I
was
said,
going.
"Come on, man,
I was
you
going to
know what I'm
say.
saying."
I was going to use. You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Troy Blevins.
Okay, hold on. Let me. So come on. Forgot I was on this.
All right.
All right. Blake Blevins.
I'm gonna say, should I go for a guarantee or like a rare one?
Whatever you want. You could get 2,
Okay,
so you can do one of each.
You're going to have 4 to give, so you got to.
Yeah,
So
come
go
on.
ahead and just give both.
All right. Telling someone in a wheelchair to stand up.
He has done that before. I don't think he'll
has.
make that mistake again.
Yeah.
All right, wheelchair, stand up. I've got "Watch Me."
Watch me.
He loves saying "Watch me,"
Yeah.
right? You don't think I can do this? Watch me. So "Watch me's in there for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Your turn.
Some incarnation of baloney or malarkey.
Okay.
Baloney or malarkey.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
right.
baloney. That's malarkey.
All right, Blake.
Well,
Hold on, I
he
gotta
has to go.
Troy.
I'm going to go something about Jill being a teacher.
Dr. Jill.
Dr. Jill see, I think you blew it. You went teacher. I would have definitely gone
Dr.
doctor.
Jill.
I would have said
But
children.
it's going to go back for her love for children.
Okay.
It is where I'm going with that.
Jill as a teacher. Okay.
All right.
Blake.
I'm gonna say he brings out the dark Brandon shades.
Okay. Dark Brandon Shades.
Brandon Shades.
Blake's not even trying.
I feel like Blake is just throwing this.
I've got him making a reference to his father.
Okay.
We're going to make a reference to
Oh,
his
I got
father.
a better one.
Yep.
A reference to Bo.
All right.
He loves to bring out Bo.
Okay.
I mean, not literally.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
All right.
Rebecca's got a good one.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to steal it. So I'm separating these out. So for a reference. All right. What was Rebecca's?
You betcha.
Oh, you betcha. Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll do you betcha.
All right. Troy's got you betcha through Rebecca. All right. Blake.
I'm gonna say he doesn't say the State of the Union. I'm gonna say he doesn't say the State of the Union is strong. He doesn't say it.
He doesn't say.
He doesn't say the state. That's okay.
All right.
That's a rarity.
Yeah. All right.
That one could be a 2-pointer there if he actually says that.
Double drink. Wait, are we drinking every time we hit one of these?
No.
No, heck no.
die.
Jeez, no. God, no.
Might as
I'm
well
on
take
a
an edible
video.
tonight.
Second, watch
he
me.
can't really.
Refers to his father.
I love that you're
sleep
taking
good.
an edible during
Before
the
the
State
show.
of the Union.
He's going
Before the State of the Union.
at some point in time in the speech. He's gonna whisper.
Oh, that was my next
At
one.
some point in time in the speech, there will be a
creepy
whisper.
whisper.
Yep.
That's a good one. He's definitely going to creepy whisper. Do we have another one?
Yep,
Are we
one
going
more
through?
each. One more each.
Okay, let me think. Referencing riding the train to Delaware.
Oh, the Amtrak. All he's got to do is mention Amtrak.
Yeah.
Hey. Amtrak is good, okay?
That's actually a good ride.
Yeah.
The one from New York. We're doing New York to DC this summer. We did New York to Boston last summer, and it was super comfy.
Oh yeah, the train up in New England. The train is a lot of fun to ride.
All right, Troy Blevins.
I'm gonna go with he's gonna brag about how strong the military is.
Okay, that's a
Interesting.
pretty.
That
That's
would
a
be
pretty
a
given.
bold thing to say.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. But and I think he'll even do this and recognize the military leaders
Yeah.
that are there.
People won't realize whether he's joking or not.
Yeah, no, they won't know.
All right, Blake.
I'm gonna say he doesn't shake Mike Johnson's hand.
Blake's all about what's not going to happen, not what's going to happen. Snubs the handshake.
No handshake, huh?
I don't know. I think that he's such a robot. He's like, I think he'll do
He'll
it
do
just.
His respect for
robotically.
being a senator that long. If he remembers he was a senator.
So
Or if he knows he's president, because he called himself a senator
He's called-
before.
well, that's
Yes.
the thing, right? I'm really stuck here between: is he going to say something about Bidenomics, something about shrinkflation,
They really need.
or is he going to mention that he had a conversation with a dead leader, right? As though they're alive. Those are the three I'm stuck on at the end.
Yeah.
This week.
Or mention someone that doesn't exist.
I'm going to go with shrinkflation.
Yeah.
I'm going with shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation.
I have
talking about-
Bidenomics, but I'm
Are we
going with
talking about It's a
shrinkflation.
Small World again?
Yes.
That's what happens when you see those dolls too close up. Shrinkflation.
Got a little too close to the water.
Shrinkflation. All right, so you've got the board. We're going to take a picture of the board.
Okay.
And so we're going to see if we can get bingo out of our...
I'm planning on watching it, but I'm planning on watching it through a comedy stream, so they
That's
might
a-
be making jokes.
Well, I plan on being stoned.
So there's only one person in here. I have a family dinner, which I purposely scheduled so that I didn't have to watch it. So Blake, this is all on you.
No, he's got to produce tonight. That means I have to watch it.
No, well,
got it.
No, we'll be home by 8.
Yeah, the speech is at 9.
The speech is at 9.
Yeah, we'll be home.
How is Biden going to be awake at 9?
How am I going to be awake at
Someone
9?
put in the comments, stay awake. All right.
Heather, he is not going to mention the Florida Man games.
No.
I don't see that happening
mean-
at all.
He hates Florida.
That would be hilarious.
Starts
if he did.
mumbling was good. Deer in the headlights
Yeah.
is good.
The mumbling one was a bit too easy, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
he's-
mumble. What's the difference between a mumble and a whisper?
Yeah, I think it's
right.
whisper.
Well, he only mumbles
How
now.
great
he
would
doesn't.
it be if the opening line was, I'm Joe Biden and I'm running for Senate? If that's the opening line
Keely.
to the speech, how great
Keely
would
answered my
that
question.
be? I'm Joe Biden and I'm running for,
Isn't that the movie Dave?
I don't know.
His opponent would always, when in the movie Dave, so the president dies and the stand-in, he's in a
He
coma.
has a stroke or something.
He has a stroke and he's in a coma. And his stand-in that they had hired so he could go off and have an affair, he ends up having to take his place. And so the guy that's running against him in the election is played by Richard Dreyfuss.
Yes.
And the way he ends all of his speeches is, I'm so-and-so and I'm running for president.
No, that's the American president with Michael Douglas.
Is it?
Yes. Annette Bening and Michael Douglas was in that one. You've confused
you're
Dave
right.
in that one. Yes.
Dave's a better movie anyway.
Dave's a better movie.
I only know because Annette Bening was in it.
All right.
I could have cared less about
You-
Michael Douglas.
Do you have a thing for Annette Bening?
She was hot back then.
Interesting.
All right.
She's very cute.
So what I want to hear, I definitely want to hear from Biden, but at least some future president go, my fellow Americans, go beep yourself. Just say it directly to the
So
American
what you're
people.
saying is you want Trump to get
You want
reelected?
Trump to get
Congress has already done that.
Yes.
We've already had that guy, Blake.
Yes. So Donald Trump is going to comment live during the speech. So I think there will be more views watching Trump's comments on the speech than watching Biden's actual speech.
Yeah.
When the ratings come out, I think more people will have followed that or commented on that. which should be hilarious. I think he's doing it on Truth Social. It might be the highest night. Truth Social might crash tonight.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to handle that kind of
That kind
bandwidth.
of traffic. I mean, there millions of people could be watching.
But
Trump.
like, there's a couple of comedians that do live stream drinking games. I know Steven Crowder does, and he frequently has really, really high ratings. Like, he got tanked once on their Oscar stream because they had more viewers watching their Oscar stream than the Oscars had viewers.
And there's all kinds of bets that you can go to Vegas. The over and under. I think 65 minutes is the over under for the length of time of the speech. So an hour and 5 minutes is what we talked about. We talked about the other day. I said it'll be the second shortest speech.
By a second.
By a second or two. Right? Somebody somewhere said, Joe, you got to talk. You can't have the shortest speech. They'll make fun of you for that. So you got to be a little longer than the shortest speech. Yeah. So that's my thing. Are you guys ready to play trivia?
Let's do it.
We're doing trivia?
We're doing trivia.
All right.
Heck yeah, we're doing trivia. We talked way too much about politics today.
So here, just to give a quick rundown of where we're at. We have father reference, recognized military strength, state not strong. Come on, man. Creepy whisper, Jill is the teacher. No handshake to the House of Representatives.
Speaker of the House.
Stand up to the handicap guy. You betcha. Riding the train, Brandon Shades. Watch Me, Baloney or Malarkey, Bow Reference, and Shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation.
All right.
Okay.
I think.
I'm going to drop it in the comments for the viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got it in there. Now, I promised Barbara Jean the very first question would be a stripper question.
All right.
Okay.
So an ex-stripper has come out and claims that she was kissed by this very
Not it.
non-Florida person.
Too soon? Okay.
Yeah. This member of the royal family was kissed by this member of the royal family, and she is threatening to leak nude pictures of him. Apparently, he sent her nudes or was nude. So, Amanda, which member of the royal family had an interaction with a stripper where she claims he kissed her and she has nude photos of him?
Well, Andrew's the obvious answer. But I want to say it's Harry because I just want it to be Harry.
Where are you going?
I'll go with Andrew.
I'm going Harry.
I'm gonna go Wheeler.
Will?
Charles?
King Charles.
King Charles?
It is Prince Harry. It is Prince Harry that had the interaction. To be honest, I think the strippers were paid. I don't think Andrew had interactions with anybody that was legally paid.
Not legally paid.
Might not have been a legal.
They were on staff.
Yeah, they might not even have
Harry's
been.
also the one that was partying in a certain uniform from World War II.
Maybe. Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I've seen the pictures. He was definitely doing it.
Troy,
Still allegedly. You weren't there.
Troy Blevins, according to the Jackie Herd calendar, Friday is the International Day of what?
International
International Day of what? Yep.
Friday
is the International Day
tomorrow.
of what? Tomorrow. It's the International Day of what?
International. Well, it's during Lent.
He has no idea. When he goes this long and mumbles,
I don't know.
he doesn't
I don't know. International Day of Weed. I don't know. No, that's 420.
Blake?
I thought for sure y'all would know this one.
My damn misogynist mind can't wrap my head around this International
Yeah,
Women's
he's
Day.
got it. Yep.
Women's Day.
Women's Day.
Well, I
it's
know it's
International
Women's Month.
Day.
Yes.
I know it's
Yeah.
Women's Month.
Well, so
'Cause-
Women's Month started out as the day, and then it became the week, and now it's become the whole month.
I want to give all the women credit for knowing exactly what day tomorrow is.
So does that mean I don't have to go to work?
No, that means you have to work harder. You're a
have to
man.
work
Sounds like it's a holiday.
You have to work harder. You're not doing this right.
If I show up for work, then that means I'm being disrespectful to women.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
It's not the way that
So
works.
there is only one day of the year in which if you say the day and then the month, right? Or the month and then the day, it gives you a direction. It tells you what to do. So what day of the year
I'm glad you're
tells
going
you
first.
what
Gives
to
me
do?
a little time to think about
Blake
it.
Blevins. There's only one day in
I
the
don't know
entire
that I
year that tells you
understand.
what to do.
That tells you what.
If you say the month and then you say the date, it gives you a command on what to do.
January 6th.
Okay? Someone's stuck in 2021.
Read a different book, Blake. I'm going to say March 4th.
That's it. Because
You were sitting here thinking about it, weren't you?
That's it. So, yeah.
March 4th. It tells you to march and go forth.
Yeah,
So,
because I mean, because
Yes.
there's two that are verbs, so it had to be either March or May.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was running through all the Mays.
You got to 30 and you're like, why am I up so high?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. In the 32080 real estate mogul Blevins zip code, what is the average single family home price in the year of 2023? Average single family home price in the year of 2023. Mr. Real Estate Mogul.
I'm going to say 468,000.
468 for Troy.
468.
Blake?
I'm gonna say 469,000.
All right.
469.
Amanda?
All right. I'll.
You can sandwich one of the Blevins
Yeah.
boys if you would like to. You just have to figure out which one you want to put in the middle.
Yeah. Which one you have the best chance?
Yeah.
Given the fact that the last answer was 69, and now you're telling me to sandwich them and put them in the middle, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I'm kidding.
Think how uncomfortable we are.
I said it. I didn't even think about it.
I'll go with 470.
470,000 is the answer. Yeah. The actual 571,000
570.
is the average price. 570. Amanda, a numbers question just gave you the lead for the first time in your life.
That's not true, but
for the
it's
first
rare.
time in your life.
It's rare.
Okay. Who's up next?
He answered first. So
I was Blake's first.
Blake's up first. All right.
So we just skipped you, Amanda, or like
No, she
We've been going around.
yeah. I don't know.
You're up. All right, Blake Blevins.
did March 4th. So.
Yeah, March 4th.
New York State Governor Kathy Hochul sent this group in to police the New York City subway. Which group did Kathy Hochul send to police the New York City subways?
the National Guard.
Amanda?
I think it's the National Guard.
Troy?
I don't know who else it could be. I wanted to go with the Black Panther Party, but
I wanted to say the Peace Corps.
but she doesn't really have authority over
Yeah,
them.
same.
So I'm going with National Guard.
The best answer was Keeley's at Hell's Angels.
Hells Angels. Yeah,
That would be far too effective, Haley.
It is the National Guard.
Hells Angels was the
Now, I'm
security
trying
of
to
Evil
figure
Knievel
out-
jumping the Grand Canyon in that field.
As a guardsman, what the heck are you supposed to do? You're trained to fight wars,
Yeah.
and now you're in a subway. If you can't arrest anybody, you don't have the authority to
behind the
arrest a
yellow line,
single
sir.
person, right? You are armed and you are dangerous, but you don't have any training or any authority to arrest a single person. What the heck?
I'm assuming they're hoping that just them being there would be a deterrent.
I think they do have the authority at that point to restrain people.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I mean, I think that you could.
if they're there, I think they have that authority.
Yeah. Couldn't they like zip tie him and call the cops?
Yeah.
think-
They'll hand them off to the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On the great eclipse of 2024, as the great eclipse is happening, there's something else that's happening celestially. How many of the planets in our solar system will line up? How many of our planets will line up?
Isn't it me?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with lucky number 7.
That would be pretty wild. 7 out of 8 lined
Yeah.
up.
I identify as 9 planets in our solar system.
Okay, Patrick Helicopter.
I don't care about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I'm gonna go with 4.
4.
I'm gonna go with 7.
The answer is 7.
Wow.
Yes, the answer is 7.
What do you mean by lined up, though? I mean, like, come on. How close of a line can this be?
It's celestially. If it was 500,000 miles, it'd be damn close.
I bet you Galileo agrees with my answer better.
He still thinks the world's flat. What are you talking about?
I mean, let's talk about the Texas Tech player that doesn't believe in space.
Yeah, he doesn't even believe it exists.
Troy Blevins, on
Yes.
April the 8th, the Great American Eclipse will cross over 7 locations that have this biblical name for the name of their city or town. We'll cross over 7 of them, which is ironic because there's 7 planets that it's crossing over. I don't know where I'm going to be at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., but I'm going to make sure I'm someplace safe.
It's not at 7. It's not happening at 7
It's not happening, but I'm
Okay.
going to make sure I'm someplace safe anyway.
Well, I mean, I just got to go with. I'm going to go with Bethlehem.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Christchurch.
Now, what did you say?
Christchurch.
Christchurch. You're going with Christchurch.
No, I'm not going with Christchurch.
What are you going? If you know the actual answer to this, I will not be shocked.
It's
our religious
either
expert.
Jerusalem or Bethlehem. Just to be different, I'll say Jerusalem.
I got to remember how to pronounce this.
So we're wrong.
Nirvana. It's Nineveh.
Yeah, I would have never got that.
I would have never got that.
I
Nineveh.
can't believe there's 7 towns named
I couldn't either.
Nineveh.
Why would you want to
Nineveh.
name your town after Nineveh?
Could you tell us the story of Nineveh?
So Nineveh is where Jonah was being sent. And the reason for the whole whale story is that Jonah was like,
It's a fish.
yes, it's the large fish. The whole Jonah and the large fish story is because Jonah was like, these jerks in Nineveh don't deserve God's love. So if I go there and I preach to them and they accept God's word as true, and they're saved, then that's really going to peeve me off. And so he doesn't want to go because he doesn't want them to get redemption. And so he runs away. God sends a giant storm. He ends up sacrificing himself by jumping off the boat to save the people that he's endangered on the boat. And that's when the large fish, the whale, whatever, swallows him, 3 days spits him up. Hey, right outside of Nineveh. So then he gets to go. He goes and preaches to Nineveh, and Nineveh does receive redemption at that point, and Jonah goes off and pouts because he's really mad that they did.
Okay. Last question.
Because he was doing God's work, he's mad.
Yeah.
He's mad that these people that he doesn't agree deserve redemption got redemption.
But he's not the one who gets to judge that.
Last
which
question.
is the exact message of it. So I could see Nineveh because it's a redemption story.
But it never says whale.
What
It doesn't say
do
whale.
the letters, and it's pronounced awful, what do the letters AWFL stand for? Who's up first?
AWFL.
I think it's you because you were last. Yep.
Is it me?
Yep. AWFL.
So you can't set me up with this. Tomorrow is like National Women's Day.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do that.
I'm not a nice person. I just know it. AWFL. Awful is how it is said.
Here, I gotta turn this down. So
We only have
All women for love.
AWFL. All Women for Love. Troy Blevins, what do you think it stands for?
There's no U. AWFL.
Oh, AWFL.
Yes.
Yes,
I
there's no
spelled
U.
the word awful.
I understand, yes. And that's not how you spell awful, but yes, it's close. It's how a second grader would spell it. It's fine. It's how I
I'm getting
probably spell
spelling
it.
lessons. I'm getting spelling lessons from Mike Davis.
I probably would have spelled it that way myself,
But see,
and I'm
this
the
is-
worst speller in the world.
This is the worst part of my dyslexia. If you like, you know how there's a child in the room and you spell the word.
yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because in my mind,
It doesn't work, yeah.
I'm mixing them in every different
I'm
direction.
dyslexic too. It doesn't. That's not the way it works.
Awful. AWFL. I think Blake knows the answer.
I
for
got
this.
nothing. Go ahead, Blake.
I'm gonna say
What'd you do?
affluent white female liberals.
You are the closest.
that's
You
gotta
are
be it.
you are the closest.
gotta be it.
It's affluent white female liberals. Yes. He said women, but female. Yes. So
Yeah.
Blake gets
Sorry.
the. All right. So today, for the first time this year, Amanda has won in honor of International Women's Day.
Look at that.
In honor of International
You
Women's Day,
betcha.
Blake is second, and in honor of International Women's Day, Troy is third.
That sounds fair.
That sounds about the way this should have worked out on
I'm
International
okay
Women's
with
Day.
my, masculinity, my toxic masculine ass.
It has been a great week, half a week for me being back. We'll be back next week. We have Task Force Hydro 1. We'll be
Task Force
on
Hydro
the
1.
show
Good job.
on Monday.
On Monday.
Troy, you have bollocks tonight?
We have bollocks tonight.
Yes.
We're doing strange and weird facts about marijuana and history about marijuana.
Are you doing Reefer Madness tonight?
Well, me and Lenny are going to partake because we both have our cards.
Yes.
But you're going to be amazed at some of the people that are involved in our conversation and that are involved in history.
Did you invite Bill Maher?
Bill did not pick up.
I don't know why. I don't know why. He loves a good reefer madness.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't pick up. So Bill did not pick up.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
And in the morning show's on. I think Rob Hardwick's coming tomorrow.
I think
supposedly,
Sheriff's in
there's an
tomorrow.
emergency. So great show tomorrow morning with those guys. Plus,
So don't
you
leave
get to
anything
tune in
behind.
to watch the greatest Florida man of all time. Pete Melfi will be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
The Florida
man.
The Florida man. All right, you guys have a great night. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.